today we're going to discuss about static and dynamic binding. What are they actually? How they work? How to determine them? So let's. Static binding is also known as early binding, and dynamic binding is also known as late binding. So what are they actually, and how are we supposed to know what are they? So first of all, let us assume this is a data type, or int is a data type, and say int x is equal to 54. It's a primitive data type. Let's for the timing let's stick with primitive and non-primitive. So int is a data type, which is primitive. But what are they actually? Int is an integer, so int is also a class, and we define them that this is a data type. So in the same way, I just created a class called book. If I create an object of book, so book bk1 is equal to new book. Here, what's happening is the object of book is being created with the reference of book class itself. See book and book. So if I just gave a method saying that it belongs to which class. In the same way, I create a second class named textbook, which extends the book class. That means this is normal class and this is a super class, or you can say this is a parent class and this is a child class. So and this display method is being overridden by saying that I belong to a textbook class. So we can create an object of textbook class in two ways in this situation. Yeah, I can see them normally. Yeah, what's the difference? As you can see, the book class is created with the reference of book and the textbook class is created with the reference of textbook itself. But I can create the variable, or you can say the object tb1, the textbook, with the reference of book class. So as you can see, book bk2, or let's give it textbook 2 is equal to new textbook. So let's remove the middle line so that you could get a better understanding. As you can see, the object of textbook is being created with the reference of the book. In the same way, the book object is being created with the help of book itself. So if the object needs to be determined during the compile step, as you know, when we write a code or something, it's need to be converted into the mission code, or you can say the binary or hex or whatever. That's being compiled, and then the Java converts it into bytecode. That's a different thing, and then it's being run. So if the object is being determined during the compile time in the early stage, then it's known as static binding. But as you can see here, we created the textbooks object with the reference of the book. So that means it's being done dynamically. It's being done at the runtime. So that's known as dynamic binding. So if I call the display method in the same thing, dk1, as you can see, if I run them, they're being overridden and I'm getting textbook and book. But the classes are the same. But the objects which are being created are different. So in this way, you can determine whether it's an early binding or late binding, or you can just simply call them static or dynamic binding.